Hello gorgeous people, so I thought it would be useful to do a video on reasons to recover. So I find it helpful to keep me motivated and to stop me reacting to the thoughts in my head and actually going through with what the voice in my head is telling me. I thought it would be a good idea to do a reasons to recover and a reasons against to recover. So if you can see, these here are all the reasons to recover, and this little tiny section, or I'll put it up closer, is the reasons not to recover. So as you can see, there is a hell of a lot more reasons to recover. So these are personal to me, well, some of them, and they may kind of link and give you inspiration as well. It may be something that may be a reason for you to recover as well. I just thought it may be useful to share my reasons to recover, and I would highly recommend doing this yourself if you're struggling to commit and stick with recovery. So my first thing I wrote down is for good hair, good skin and good nails. So some of you may have experienced hair loss. I talked about this in another video, and even though I am fueling my body a lot more now, my hair is still falling out a hell of a lot. I'm quite lucky in the fact I had really thick hair before, but my thickness of hair is literally halved due to my eating disorder, and I had to have about that much cut off to try and make it a bit healthier. Also, your skin is just so dry and so scaly, and I have really bad marks on my back because my spine sticks out so much. It rubs against everything and that dries out my skin as well, and I don't want that. I want to have good skin. I want to have skin that glows. I want to have really nice thick hair. The next thing is to not feel cold. It is the worst thing ever when it is sunny and everyone else is out enjoying the sun and they feel the warmth, and you are freezing and you have to sit inside with a blanket, or you have to have tons and tons of layers on, and then you have people looking at you like, what the actual fuck, why is she in a coat? Why is she wrapped up in so many layers? It is bloody boiling outside. I want to actually feel warm. I don't want to be freezing and have to be layered up all the time. My next one is I enjoy having a bath. I find baths really relaxing, but that was taken away from me because it bloody hurts to have a bath, because I've allowed myself to get so bony, and lying in a bath digs in and it really hurts, and I want to recover so I can be able to relax in a bath again and actually enjoy it. To actually have friends, because I've isolated myself so much, and because people don't really know how to act around me, or they don't want to say the wrong thing, they struggle to be around me because of how my eating disorder makes me, because I can be pretty vile because of my eating disorder. And despite what the voice in my head tells me, it is not my friend. It is probably the worst thing I've allowed into my life, and it's not good for me. It doesn't actually make me happy. I used to think it did, and I used to think it was my friend, and I'm coming to the realization that it really isn't. It literally just wants to destroy your life, isolate you, and you're just going to be miserable. So I want to actually have actual friends, not a stupid thing in my voice which is trying to destroy my life. Another one is to get my dream job. My dream job would to be a mental health worker, support worker, specifically with eating disorders, because I really want to help people that have been in the same situation as me. I'm a very strong believer that you can't really help somebody with an eating disorder unless you've been through it yourself, because you have more of an understanding of what's going through their brain, what kind of feelings they're having, and you don't tend to textbook them like people who haven't been through it do. So that's another reason I want to recover. One which is really personal to me is I really want to go to Thailand. I have wanted to go to Thailand literally my entire life, because I want to experience the beaches, I want to experience the fruit, I want to see like the elephants, because I absolutely love elephants, and my parents have been, and how they've described it just really makes me want to go. So I really want to go to Thailand, and I want to recover so I'm able to go to Thailand. And in order to go to Thailand, I need to get back to work so I can get the money to go to Thailand. So yeah. Another one is to gain confidence. I'm slowly beginning to build up my confidence, and I can say now, you can lose as much weight as you think is right to. It's never going to make you confident. I am not confident at all when I'm stick thin, because I don't want people seeing all my bones. I don't want to show that to the world, and I know it's wrong, and I know people will worry, so I try and hide it. And I'm just not a confident person at all when I'm a lower weight. I'm paranoid, I worry about everything, I overthink about everything. I literally think everybody hates me, and I think I'm the worst person on earth because of what this voice in my head tells me. So I want to recover so I can actually learn to love myself and have a bit more confidence in myself. Next one is to learn to drive. Now, I took a few driving lessons, and then I realised that if your BMI is below a certain number, you're not legally allowed to drive because it's dangerous. I really want to learn to drive. I want to have the freedom to drive where I want to go, and it's something that I have wanted to do because I'm very much a person who wants to be independent, and I can't do that when my eating disorder controls my life. That is another one, to have freedom from thoughts, to have freedom from the control of my eating disorder, to have the freedom to do whatever the hell I want without worrying about it. To experience life. I want to go out and do things. I want to go to new places. I want to experience different activities. I want to meet new people. I just want to experience life as a whole. I don't want to be stuck in a house worrying and isolating myself from the world and panicking about what I'm going to eat, how many calories are in something, like how people are thinking about me. I just want to experience life and enjoy myself. I want to feel relaxed. To gain energy. I had a false thought of energy. Like when I was restricting, I thought I had all the energy in the world. I thought I was physically perfectly fine. And when I got signed off work for the second time and I started to refuel my body, I realised how mentally and physically drained I actually was. Like, I had to sleep for hours and hours each day because my body was just absolutely exhausted, and I was in absolute agony. Like, honestly, my entire body felt like it was on fire, and I felt like I was dying. I was just in excruciating pain for weeks and weeks and weeks because of the damage I did to my body. And I want to recover so I have the energy to walk my dog, to play with my dog, to take my little sister to like places like go trampolining with her, to go on a bike and ride on a bike with her. I just want to experience stuff like that and have the energy to experience life, and I also want the energy to be able to go back to work and do something that I love. To not feel anxious. It kind of intertwines with not being isolated and not feeling anxious about anything. Like, I don't want to feel anxious about what I'm about to eat, worrying what I'm going to eat, when I'm next going to eat. I don't want to have to overthink about that, and I don't want to feel anxious about social situations and being around people and feel anxious about what I say to people and how I act around people. I don't want to have to change who I am, and I'm learning who I actually am and what I enjoy. And I think that's one of the perks of recovery. You're discovering who you are. You're discovering what you like, what you dislike. You're kind of reborn in a way, like you're finding yourself. I'm looking at recovery as that. Sorry, I'm keep looking down at the book. To become a lot more mentally strong. I can openly admit I let people walk all over me. Like, I will not tell somebody if they've upset me. I will not be horrible to like people. I just let people do whatever the fuck they want to me and I won't say anything. And I want to become mentally strong so people don't walk all over me, people don't manipulate me, people don't use me and don't treat me like I'm a piece of shit. I want to become mentally strong so I'm happy, I don't let people use me, and so I'm my own person. I'm not controlled by anybody else. To be happy, like I said before, as much as I thought my eating disorder was making me happy, it really wasn't. It was making me miserable. I honestly just wanted to cry all the time. And I can openly admit I would have rather died than live my life like that. And if you would have seen me a few months ago, I would have definitely said I never thought I would be able to go onto the road to recovery, and I just couldn't imagine carrying on my life like that. And I thought the only option would be, and it would be easier, just to not be here anymore. But I'm learning that if you're strong enough to fight and beat this, eventually I hope I will find happiness and feel happy. Also, to make other people happy and to make other people proud. Like, my mum is probably my biggest support, and she is somebody who has stuck by me, and she's never given up hope and never tried to put me in a hospital. And honestly, she has fought my battles so hard and put her faith into me and put so much belief into me. I just want to make her proud. Like, I don't want her to worry anymore. I don't want her to feel like she's my carer. And I just want her to be happy as well, especially my mum. And I want my little sister to be happy, and I want me to be a person that she can look up to, not somebody she's scared around or worried about. So yeah, because being skinny doesn't make you happy. Like I said, it doesn't make you confident. I feel extremely conscious and it makes me miserable. So no, I actually want to not look like a child, and people think I'm about 11. I'm 19 next week and I want to look my age. I don't want to look like a child. I want to have boobs, I want to have an ass, I want to look like a woman, not a flipping child. So that is a reason I want to recover. Like I said before, people feel anxious around you or awkward around you because they don't know what to say. I want to recover so people don't feel awkward around me and on edge and worried about what they say, and people not avoiding me or cutting themselves off from me because they really do not know how to handle me. I want people in my life. I don't want to be alone anymore, and in order to have that, I need to not be so awkward to be around. Another one is, so I am not defined by anorexia. I don't want someone to look at me and know me for being an anorexic. I want someone to look at me and know me for being kind-hearted, for being strong, for being funny, for being a nice person to be around, for being a good friend. I don't want to be defined by anorexia. I want to be known as Molly and what she likes, what she dislikes. So that's another reason I want to recover. A big one for me to recover is to not end up in hospital. That literally is my biggest fear, because I know for a fact if I was to go into hospital, that is the place I would end up dying, because I would not feel comfortable at all. I would just feel anxious, and when I'm anxious, my restrictive behaviours and my eating disorder habits kick in overdrive, and in a hospital I know for a fact I would just go out of control. So that is probably my main reason to recover, because I really do not want to go to hospital. To not have chest pains, I don't know if they were there before, but since I started fueling, I get really bad heart palpitations and shooting chest pains, and I think they were always there. It was just numbed by my eating disorder, and I don't want to have that feeling anymore. I don't want it. I want to not be in pain, and I don't want problems with my chest or my breathing or my heart. I want to live a long and happy life and to be healthy. A thing that I have noticed, and it is a pretty amazing thing in recovery, is I am getting my taste back a lot, and I'm actually learning to enjoy food, and that actually does give you a sense of happiness. Like, I am nowhere near close to not having any food fears. I still have a list like this, but I am slowly working through it, and I am continuously confronting them so that I don't feel guilty or fearful of them anymore, and I can just have a relaxed relationship with food. To not die. Ultimately, if I carried on with my eating disorder, I would be dead, either through the physical consequences or because mentally I wouldn't have been able to handle it anymore and I would have taken my life. But that is not something I would want my little sister to go through especially, and it's not something I would want my parents to go through. I wouldn't want any of my family to go through me dying, and now I don't want to die. I honestly want to be able to live. So to recover for not dying, to actually live. To be able to sleep. I have the worst sleep pattern, like, ever. I wake up, I'm really funny, I have like a 2-4-6 wake up in the morning. I wake up through the night like that, and it's slowly improving, but I was overthinking so much when I was heavily controlled by my eating disorder. I would be up all night like worrying and panicking about the next day, that I just literally got no sleep. I was also freezing at night, so I couldn't get to sleep. I just could not get comfortable in bed, and I want to actually have a good night's sleep. So clothes fit. You probably know that from videos that I love fashion, I love makeup, and I absolutely love clothes. I have 2 wardrobes, 2 chests of drawers, absolutely full of clothes, and I can't wear any of it. I literally can wear black leggings and t-shirts. I don't want that. I want to be able to wear my nice dresses, I want to be able to wear my nice skirts, and to actually look and feel confident in it. That is a big reason for me to recover, because fashion and clothes and all of that is something I'm very passionate about and I love, and I want to be able to enjoy that again. To enjoy Christmas and my birthday, Christmas especially, because I've said in another video, Christmas is literally my favourite time of the year, and I want to have a Christmas where I don't restrict beforehand and I eat whatever the hell I want and just enjoy myself and feel relaxed, because I love Christmas and I want to enjoy my birthday as well. My aim for this birthday is to actually have some birthday cake. I cannot remember the last time I had birthday cake, and that is my challenge to myself. I want to enjoy my birthday and I want to have birthday cake, because that is a normal thing to do on your birthday. To not be comparing myself to others all the time. I'm a person who compares myself to others a lot. I compare the size of myself to other people, and I can openly say I see a lot of people as a hell of a lot smaller than myself. I see myself as bigger than a lot of people, and I compare my body to other people's a lot. I compare my diet to other people's a lot. I'm very observant of what other people like, and I can openly say in the past I've tried feeding people up so I know for a fact they are eating more than me, because it gave me a sense of like euphoria. It gave me like a high, which is a really sick thing to say, but that is how my eating disorder made me, and that is a big reason as to why people feel extremely awkward around me. A very, very big one, to have children. From a very young age, not that I would want children now, because I feel I'm too young, but I have always wanted to be a mum. One thing I'm good at is I'm good with children. Like, I'm a very mothering person. I was very mothering to my little sister, and I just want to be a mum when I'm older, and I wouldn't be able to do that if I carried on my eating disorder. I still don't know if I can have kids, because I did lose my periods, and I lost them for a good, well, the last time I lost them it was for a good 6-7 months, and I have had one, but I don't know whether they're regular, and I don't know whether I've caused that much harm to my body that I'd physically be able to carry a child. But I want to recover so I can be a mum, and so I can get married and I can have a family. I also want to recover so I can buy my own house so that I can feel independent again. Like, my dream house would be like a Victorian house, all vintaged out, because I just love vintage things. And I can't do that if I can't work and save the money to buy my house and have the energy to decorate it the way I want to. And I'm not gonna get into a healthy relationship if I'm the way I am. With me being the way I am, I attract complete and utter creepy people and people who are not good for me. And I need to be healthy so I can be good in a relationship, and I'm not awkward in a relationship, and so people don't feel awkward around me. To actually have feelings. Like I have said, I use my eating disorder quite heavily to not feel anything, because of certain things I've experienced. And it's not healthy, because the feelings are still there. And then when you stop restricting, they are full blown, and I have become a very angry person and a very emotional person, because I'm dealing with stuff that I have never dealt with, and I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be angry, and I don't want to be sad all the time. That is not emotions I like in myself, but I do want to feel happiness. I want to feel excitement, and it is perfectly normal to feel things, and I want to have emotions. I don't want to be a zombie anymore, an emotionless cow. The last one is to not feel paranoid. I literally I'm so paranoid. I think people have said stuff behind my back. I think people are talking about me all the time. I think they're comparing me. I think they're judging me. I think they're looking at what I'm eating. I think that they hate me. I think that they're trying to sabotage me. So yeah, that is a big reason. Now I will say, sorry, the clip went really long. So I will quickly do my reasons not to recover. I only have 4, and they are pretty stupid reasons. The first one is the fear of the unknown. I am a person who doesn't really like not knowing what's gonna happen, but I should view it as an exciting thing. Like, I'm gonna discover who I am, I'm gonna discover new things, so it's actually something I should be excited about. I also have a fear of being alone, even though logically I know the reason I feel so lonely is because my eating disorder has isolated me. So it's a stupid reason not to recover. Next one is to not relive shit. And the main one being my abusive relationship. I relive everything that idiot did to me on a daily basis, and it's something I don't want to relive. but it is something that I need to deal with. So I have to recover in order to deal with it and try to overcome it. And the final one is the feeling of guilt. That is something that holds me back because I hate feeling guilty. But I know that if I keep going through it and pushing myself and facing the things that make me feel guilty, the guilt will become less and less and less. So, I hope this video was helpful. I'm so sorry that it turned out long and I probably rambled, and I'm sorry for all my movements. I'm a person who uses my hands like to make gestures all the time when I'm talking. So I do apologise for that. I hope you all have an absolutely lovely day. I hope this video was helpful. Stay strong, stay positive, and remember, you are all absolutely gorgeous. Talk to you soon, guys. Oh, and quickly, if you have any suggestions for videos, please leave it in the comments below. Love you all. Bye.